everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet. Today I have a Pat McGrath foundation first impressions kind of wear test. I can't wear it for too long today because I'm kind of having a late start. Try to wear it for as long as possible and do some check-ins for you. It's not going to be super long, but it's a kind of first impressions anyway, so just getting a kind of feel for the foundation, as well as having like a full face of Pat McGrath products for you, because I love Pat McGrath and I have a lot of Pat McGrath products. I just figured this is the perfect time to get like a roundup feeling of her products, and yeah, so let's just get started. Also, if you're not interested in like the full Pat McGrath look at the end, I'll leave timestamps below so you can just skip ahead to how I feel about the foundation. But without further ado, let's just hop right on into the foundation review. So the whole system for the Pat McGrath came out, and I believe it was 2 brushes, a foundation, primer, and powder. I got this in the store the day it came out, and I was originally planning on getting the powder as well as a primer, but I guess there was a delay at Sephora with the release. So they only had the foundation in stores, and I thought about purchasing the primer and the powder online to like express ship it to my house and then film this whole review, but I just figured, like, in all honesty, $60 for a primer is a little ridiculous, and unless that was something really magical, I don't really feel like I could justify that price point for a primer. And I just want to wait and see like other people's reviews on like how they feel about the primer, and if I'm really interested, then I'll go ahead and purchase it. And then the powder I was really only gonna purchase for review purposes, because I like glowy skin. I have like dry to normal skin, so I don't really use powder on the daily. So yeah, I would have just purchased it and most likely returned it unless it really changed my life. But honestly, with me and powder, I just have no feeling towards any type of powder, and so I'm kind of glad it didn't come out, because I know like the impulsive side of me would have just purchased everything without even thinking twice about it. But because they didn't release it all at one time, it kind of gave me a second to pause and just made me really like wonder if I really wanted to buy it for myself or if it was just for my channel. And in the end, I just decided I can wait it out, watch reviews, and if I'm still really interested in the powder and the primer, I can go ahead and purchase it afterwards. It's not a big deal. But the foundation, I just feel like is like what most people are interested in, and what I was most likely most interested in as well. So yeah, today I have the light medium 10, and this is the packaging. Let me show you a little up close. My nails are atrocious, please ignore that. But yeah, so this is the frosted bottle that it comes in. It's really beautiful. It feels really heavy in the hands, and the frosted glass, I already said that. I think it comes with the pump. Yes, it comes with the beautiful pump, and this foundation retails for $68 US. I'll just read you some information about the foundation. So let me go to the foundation. It says the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation is a long-wearing, customizable foundation that builds from sheer to medium coverage in a wide range of universal hues that manifest the ultimate sublime skin standard. The coverage is medium, finished natural, liquid, and skin type for normal, dry, combination, and oily. And there are unique polymers providing lasting wear, ultimate smoothness, and a luminous finish. High purity pigments treated with amino acids deliver enhanced wear, a creamy feel, and controlled and easily buildable coverage. Diamond core powder enhances radiance and skin luminosity and decreases the appearance of skin imperfections. Yeah, so that's the information about the foundation. It's $68 like I mentioned before. It comes in 38 shades, and I have it in the shade light medium 10, which is like a peachy undertone, I believe. Let me go find it. Yes, a light medium with peach neutral undertones. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get started, I'm just gonna put my scrunchie in a little bit better and go into the products. I'll just go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 4, and I'm just going to place it onto my high points. I'm not gonna really prime the rest of my face, just because I want to see how this foundation looks on top of my skin without anything on it. And I figure, I mean, most people, I don't really feel like after spending $68 on a foundation would spend $60 on a primer, and there's so many primers that work really well that isn't as expensive. So yeah, and for me, primer isn't necessarily for longevity or for pore filling kind of thing. So I guess if you had more of those concerns, maybe it really would be worth it if it was life-changing in that sense. But for me, I'm not really looking for those kind of properties. So just anything that gives me a little bit more glow and hydration is what I look for in a primer, and I don't really necessarily feel like you need to spend $60 for that, because skincare alone sometimes can give you a glow, and a nice just glowy primer can do that. I mean, the Hollywood Flawless Filter isn't cheap either, but I really like it. But honestly, I am really interested in the primer, but I just wasn't completely sold on it anyway, so I'm just gonna wait it out and see what that's like. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the foundation now. I'm gonna go into one pump first, and it's pretty liquidy right off the bat. It's kind of running on the back of my hand, so that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna go in with my brush. I always apply my foundation with a brush because I don't know, beauty blenders kind of gross me out, and I always wash my brush after with a solid cleanser, and I feel that's a lot less it's a lot less time involved in cleaning a brush than it is a beauty blender, because you have to sit there and squeeze and clean, and still I don't really feel like you get really that clean. And with a denser brush, you don't really get streaks. So far this foundation is really beautiful. It's really lightweight on the skin, like the description says it is pretty lightweight, and it's going on really beautifully. There's no scent, but there's a scent, but it's actually just the scent of my soap on my brush. And one pump wasn't enough to cover my ginormous face, so I'm gonna go in with another pump. Just stipple that on. And I don't like how water and the sponge, I feel alters the texture of the foundation sometimes. And maybe because I wear more light to medium coverage foundations, I'm not really necessarily looking to sheer out my foundations. Okay, and I like the look of 2 pumps rather than 1 pump, just because it is a little bit more sheer and I just need a little bit more to cover my entire face. But once it's on, I feel like that's actually a perfect skin tone match. Wow, I did a great job. But also the pictures online really helped too, because she had all the models in a certain shade. And this is beautiful and more of a natural finish. It's not intensely dewy, and it's not intensely matte. It has a nice glow to it, but it's not screaming. I feel like it's natural dewy, if that makes any sense. It's natural with a hint of dewiness into it. And yeah, I really like the way that looks. I think it's really beautiful. It looks like skin. It feels really lightweight. It's not tacky. Up close it looks beautiful. and so far I'm really liking it. So I'm just gonna move on to the rest of my face with Mcgrath products. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the e.l.f. concealer because I've really been liking using that as an eye primer, and that's about it. Because it's similar to the Tarte Shape Tape in that it's really full coverage and thick, and so I don't like it underneath my under eyes, but on my lids I do like, because I don't know why, just my lids tend to crease and oil up a bit. So I like putting a primer down or a concealer down just to cancel out veins, as well as just like making that eyeshadow last a little bit better. Okay. Now, I don't think Mcgrath has a contour product. If she does, I didn't get one, sorry. So I'm gonna go into the Natasha Denona Tan palette here. It's well loved by me, and I'm gonna go into this this cream base, glow cream base here. I know it looks a little messy, but that's because I use it every single day, and I just swirl my brush into it, and I use this as my base for my contour because it gives you like a really nice glow, and it's just like a hint of color for your cheekbones. And because it leans quite reddish, I would say, it's just like a nice addition to like your bronzer color. I'm really excited Mcgrath is like diving into complexion, because I feel like her complexion is always so beautiful and really what I like in my skin. Like perfected, but still looks like skin and still like natural and healthy looking. So yeah, that just instantly gives you like a nice little glow onto your cheeks. And then I'm gonna go into the contour bronzer color. I'm gonna go into the Fenty Beauty Mocha cream contour stick. And did I already say mocha? Yeah. And actually I use this quite often, and I feel like I never run out of it. It's the strangest thing. I know a lot of people don't like this because it's like, from what I've heard, they find it kind of hard to blend, but I actually don't find it hard to blend at all. If you have the right brush, and I guess maybe because I have more of a dewy base most of the time, I don't really have trouble blending this at all. The rest of the skin like line from Fenty is a bit too dry for my skin, but I love this cream contour stick because it is a cream to powder. It's not like as smooth, I guess, but I feel like if you have a dense like brush and a nice base, I literally have no problem blending this out. And it's like the perfect color, I feel like. So if I am on the go, I always have this in my makeup bag with me if I like plan on doing my makeup like somewhere else, like at the gym or something, because it's small, compact, and it's just it works as a bronzer and a contour, and it lasts freaking forever. I think because it's a bit drier of a formula than other cream contours. I don't know what it is, but I literally feel like I can never get through it. Okay, and Mcgrath doesn't have a blush either. So I'm just going to go into my NARS Orgasm little palette here. I've been using this a lot lately, and I'm just gonna mix that actually with my liquid Orgasm blush. Wait, actually, you know what? Let me come back to the blush because I don't know what eye color direction I'm gonna go in. So I don't want to go too ham yet. Okay, so I'll just go into the eyes. I'm gonna go back to some more Pat McGrath stuff. I'm realizing now that without the powder and the primer, it's kind of like a lot less Pat McGrath products than I thought. But so I have here the Pat McGrath, what is this called? Mothership 2 Sublime Eye Palette. I have a lot of Pat McGrath palettes, but I only have 2 of the big ones. And this is the second one I purchased. The first one I purchased was the Mothership 5. And yeah, this is a beaut, but honestly, I haven't used it at all. So I just thought this is the perfect opportunity to go into them, because the big palettes are probably my favorite, like formula wise, from Pat McGrath, because of that really beautiful like shimmery color she has in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into the eye look. Like I said before, I'll leave timestamps at the end, so if you want to skip ahead and you don't care about the eye look, then skip on right ahead. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in, and this is the photo I'm going to try to recreate. I'm gonna try my best, but me and elongated cat eyes sometimes don't get along. So hey, so I finished off one eye, and I kind of redid the shapes because it was looking a little too round, and I wanted it to look a little bit more narrow because it was giving me a little too much of like Disney villain vibes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how I did it on the other eye, and then I'm gonna clean up both eyes. And yeah, the black shade here at the very bottom first, and just like that. And then I'm just going to draw in my little elongated tear duct here. And then I'm gonna start drawing in the outer corner here and connecting it a little bit, not too much. And then I'm going to connect that through my crease a little bit. Using a Q-tip and just cleaning that up. I'm going to put down some e.l.f. Camo Concealer down, just where I want to put that green down, just to clean up that black a little bit, but it doesn't have to be super precise, just because that green's going to cover it anyway. Shade right here. I feel like everyone has to use this green shade. Lid, and this green color is so beautiful. I'm just gonna draw that black line underneath my eyes and just elongate the shape.
Okay, stop.
Okay, and the last thing I'm gonna do is add that green to the bottom, just like that. Like I did in this eye, and just add it to this eye as well. And so this is the eyes so far. I like it quite a lot, actually. And I'm just going to go on and move on to the I'm going to move on to the blush. And I kind of want to do like a neutral blush because everything is pretty strong in the eyes. So I'm going to go in with this Helios blush from xoxo, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit on. I'm gonna go to the next Pat McGrath product, which is the Skin Fetish highlighter. I think that's what it's called. Yes. This is a Balm Duo, and I've never tried this. I actually purchased this for this video. So I'm gonna go in with this, and this is in the color Nude. And then I'm gonna blend that out a bit and then go on top with the balm side. I totally lied. I forgot I had a freaking Mcgrath mascara to try today. So I have the the Fetish Eyes mascara here. And it comes in this little pack, and I don't know how to open it. This mascara, it has been very talked about in the YouTube realm, but I just haven't tried it yet because my lashes are not like most lashes, and they will not stay up. So I'm just gonna put some mascara on. I said that's so weird. And most likely I'll need to put mascara on afterwards, so I'll just go ahead and apply. So I can already tell it's not as wet as some formulas. So I like that. It smells like mascara and a bit of rose. We'll just wait till it dries and then I'll curl it, because once it dries completely is the only time I will curl it when I'm wearing mascara. And the reason that I do that is because with mascaras that aren't waterproof, my eyelashes tend to not stay up even if I curl it before. So I wait until the mascara is on, completely dried, not even slightly tacky, and then I'll go in with the curler. And it'll really help to keep my eyelashes up. I know it's not the best thing to do with your eyelashes, but I find that if my lashes are completely dry, I don't really have like problems with it like coming out and falling off. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I just have to do that when I wear non-waterproof mascaras, because my eyelashes go straight down. So I'm just gonna move on to the lip products, and I'm a huge fan of Mcgrath lip liners. As you guys probably know, I feel like I use contour in like every single video. So I'm just gonna grab this lip liner in Supernatural, and this is really similar to contour. It's just a smidge lighter, so it's just a really good color, and I feel like it would really go well with this look. I'm eating Lay's chili limon, so there's some chili limon on my lips, but yeah, just ignore that for a second here. And not only are these such good colors, they never bleed or get everywhere, which is why I like them so much. They stay on forever, and it's just so flattering. I feel like if you're like my skin tone, or maybe even a little bit lighter, I feel like these are really good shades for your lips. I'm gonna go in with I have a quite large collection of Mcgrath liquid lips as well. Maybe I'd do one of those. I don't know if they sell those anymore though, because this was like back in the day when she was coming out with like just generic packaging like this. So hold please. So this is a cooler pinky color. I think that would look kind of good with this. This is in Divine Nude, and these are pretty dry, so they're not my favorite formula, but I didn't like her matte trans lipsticks either, so I returned those. So this is the only thing I have right now. I'm not even sure if she sells these anymore, but if she does, I'll link them below. I'm just gonna dab this slightly, and pat it in with my fingers. Cooler tone, I'm going to go in with the peachier gloss to kind of like nude it out a bit, and this is a little mini one, the Flesh Fantasy Lust Gloss, and just go over top. See, it's already like making my lips look so dry. Oh yeah, but her glosses and her lip liners are my favorite things ever. Okay, and then I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. Currently 8:46 p.m. I think the foundation still looks good. I lagged a little bit on checking in, but yeah, for the most part it still looks the same. I mean, I haven't done anything really strenuous, but I've just been doing laundry, laying around, and it still looks pretty good. Nothing's really changed that much, so yeah, I think that's all for now, but I'll come back in a couple of hours, check it in, and maybe do 2 or 1 more check it in, and then give you my final thoughts on the foundation. And yeah. Hey guys, so I think this is my last check-in for the day. Sorry, my hair's a mess as it always is, because I'm really tired and I kind of want to take this makeup off now. It's 10:36 and let me just check my skin up real close and personal. For the skin, it still looks really good. It doesn't really look like anything's really changed. I haven't done anything strenuous today. It looks really luminous and really pretty and really glowy, so I really like that about it. I feel like this would be good for like normal to dry girls. I don't really know how well it would sit on the skin for like oily girls, because I feel like as it's like sat on my skin where it has gotten a little bit more luminous, that's personally what I prefer. It's a light medium coverage, so I really like it. But to be honest, I think I was expecting a little bit more from Pat McGrath, like as a foundation, just because of the heavier price tag. Obviously it's $68, and usually like I'm cool with paying like $45, you know, maybe even $50 for like a high-end foundation. So for me to pay that extra like $20, it would really have to blow me away. And honestly, it's good, but it's not like anything that's changing my life by any means. I think it looks really pretty. Oh wow, I just realized I just don't have my earrings on, but anyway, it's fine. Yeah, so I just think that for $68, I was expecting like, maybe because I was hyping this up in my head a lot too, I was so excited for it. I think it's really nice, don't get me wrong, like it's really nice and dewy, nice and comfortable, nice and lightweight. But yeah, I just, in my personal opinion, because I have a lot of dewy foundations, especially because I have dewy foundations I even like from the drugstore, I think this one's good. And if you have the money to spend it on a $68 foundation and you really want to try it and you really want Pat McGrath, you're into like more luminous dewy skin, I think this could be a good fit for you. But if you're just like on the fence about it and you don't want to splurge on the $68, I don't think that this is like life-changing to me by any means. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand today. My mind might change as I continue to use it, because I really do like it, and I like it enough to keep it and keep trying it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying it and see how it goes for me, and if I change my mind, which possibly could happen, because this is just like a first impressions, like all day wear kind of thing. So yeah, the other products I tried, the highlighting balm was just okay to me. I don't really know how I feel like about the dual-ended balm situation, because I feel like it's kind of redundant. Like, I would rather have it all in one. Like, if it's a balm and a highlighter, I'd rather just be in one, but it's still nice. I liked it on the skin. Wasn't my favorite, if I'm being completely honest, because I do have a lot of dewy highlighters. Eyeshadows, of course, beautiful. It's Mcgrath. Her bigger mothership palettes are just exquisite, and there's really nothing like them, and like the impact you get from those shimmery shades are like unbelievable. Even like my friends that don't really care to spend that much money on makeup, or don't even care to like wear eyeshadow, like look at the shimmery shadows and are like, damn, that's a pretty ass eyeshadow, you know? So besides that, a huge fan of her lip liners. Not really a big fan of her liquid lips, but I don't think she even sells those liquid lips anymore. Lip gloss, amazing, A1, like best lip glosses, I think. And yeah, I'm excited to continue to try Mcgrath products as they come out. I'm a huge fan. It'd be really interesting to see her come out with like a cream contour, or maybe even a cream blush or a liquid blush, you know, because I love anything dewy. And I think this foundation is really nice, really beautiful, and I will continue to keep on using it, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. I'm not really disappointed, but I don't know what I was expecting, really. Maybe I was just like hyping it up too much in my head. I really like thought like this one foundation was going to be life-changing, and maybe I put too much pressure on it, but that's just how I feel right now. And yeah, so that brings us to the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!